So it being the end of May, I thought I'd recap on the greatest movie that has come out for a very long time, and the movie that came out in May. May 4th, Avengers came out. Everyone knows that. It was a great movie. Everyone loved it. I saw it 3 times. It was great. And I just wanted to make a little recap on my favorite characters of the Avengers. So here we go. Okay, to start off, guys, just so you guys can know, I do have a list right here of my favorite characters. I'm not mentioning all the side characters or smaller characters, some of them, but really, not really. So my first being Hawkeye. Now, why Hawkeye? I don't know. I just really like Hawkeye. I mean, in the trailer I saw, like, he looked really cool. He's a human. He just has he just has special kills. He's like Black Widow. Him and Black Widow are a team. He's an archer, and I mean, everyone else has a gun or some kind of weapon. He has a bow and arrow, some explosive arrows. I mean, honestly, he's awesome. I mean, he pulls out an arrow on guys that have guns and shields and all that, and he has a bow and arrow. Now, obviously, the arrows are a little different. The bow is a little different, but he's just, like, amazing. He's called Hawkeye because of his amazing shooting. At one point in the scene, he literally just turns around, goes like this, and just shoots straight behind him and kills someone. And sometimes he doesn't even use the bow. He just puts an arrow into something. I think he's great. So my second is Iron Man. Now, why Iron Man? Why not Iron Man? Now, obviously he didn't make number 1 because I just like Hawkeye a lot better, but Iron Man made number 2 because he's Iron Man. Tony Stark and Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr., is just great. He's just a normal guy. He's just really, really smart again. And he creates this suit because he wants to end people like stealing his weapons, people dealing under the table, and his dad's best friend, who was basically his parental guardian for the longest period of time. He is in charge of he basically wants to take him out because he deals weapons. And then later he has to find a way to stop himself from dying in Iron Man 2, and he has to find a way to keep people from stealing his armor, and fight an old enemy that was enemies with his dad and really has a beef with him. Now in the Avengers, he's a big-time guy. He's the genius. He gives all the weapons basically to S.H.I.E.L.D. He creates weapons for S.H.I.E.L.D. He tries not to, and he's first not recruited, wants to be recruited, then when he's recruited, he doesn't want to be recruited, and he doesn't want to be bothered. So that's it for Iron Man. Now my third favorite would have to be Captain America. Now everybody knows why Captain America is great. Played by Chris Evans. He has that old-timey feeling to him because he's from the 1940s during World War, or not 1940s? I don't know. He's from World War II. Or was it World War II? Fuck, I don't know why. But he's from a long time ago. I don't know why I'm fucking all this up. But he just has that old-timey look to him. He, Captain America, he's the only one that has like a actual like symbol. He has those stars and stripes. He has his shield. Everyone knows the Captain America shield. And he's really like the adult of the group because he's technically 70 years older than them. So yeah, it's 1940s. He's technically like 70 years older than them. So I mean, he's pretty old, but then he was frozen, brought back to life in this century, in this time period, and now he has to fight alongside them and really has to get like used to everything. Plus the cube that is in the Avengers, I can never remember the name of it, but they called it like the Jewel of Odin's treasure room. I forget the name of it. I forget what the name of the cube is, but he's the only one that's ever dealt with it really before. Like, it was the main part of the Captain America movie, so he really knows what's going on. Next would have to be the Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo. I'm not talking about the Incredible Hulk, played by Edward Norton, or Ang Lee's Hulk, played by David Bana. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the Hulk played by Mark Ruffalo. Now that Hulk, oh my god, that Hulk was amazing. I loved him. Bruce Banner was a main part of the story, and the Hulk, he only hulked out twice, really. Once was really just because he was like really angry. The second time was actually he was on his side and he was in control. Now, that Hulk is amazing, but I mainly like the Bruce Banner character played by Mark Ruffalo, because he's just like, he's a fun guy, he makes jokes, he's in control, even though like Tony Stark messes with him, and tries to make him Hulk, not really tries to make him Hulk out, but shows how much of control he has over the Hulk now, and I thought he was pretty funny. So my next character would have to be Agent Coulson. Now, spoiler alert, Agent Coulson does end up dying. I'm sorry guys if I spoiled that, but I mean, it's been a month. Agent Coulson was the funny guy. I mean, everyone in the audience when I first saw it, even when I second saw it, everyone was upset when they saw him get killed by Loki and thought how much of a dick Loki was for doing that. But he had some jokes even before he was about to die. He had some jokes right when he shot it. And the first joke would have to be from Iron Man for Agent Coulson, or from Tony Stark, when Pepper goes up to him and says, "Hi, Phil," and Tony Stark goes, "Phil, I thought his first name was Agent." And so I like him as a character. He really is funny. He doesn't show much emotion. You first see him in Iron Man 1, and then in Iron Man 2, and then in Thor. I don't know about Captain... I don't think you see him... No, wait. Of course you don't see him in Captain America. But in Thor, definitely you see him a little bit, and you see him at the end of Iron Man 2 going there, and in the other movies I said. Agent Coulson is funny, and I just like him for his character. So my next would have to be Black Widow, who's the other S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, paired with Hawkeye. There really isn't much to her. I don't really know why she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's my 6th favorite character. I don't know why. I really just don't connect with her, because... Not because she's a woman, but because she really is just a assassin, and the only reason she's there is because she's an assassin. She really cares about Hawkeye and really wants to get him back, and that's about it. I really don't connect as to how she fits in with the plot. My next would have to be Nick Fury. Now, Nick Fury, he's the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's a badass, played by Samuel L. Jackson, who Samuel L. Jackson looks like a badass, and with that eye patch, he really does look like a badass. He wears his leather jacket. I love when he came out with the rocket launcher and tried to shoot down the plane. That guy is just a badass, honestly. Next would have to be Loki. Now, Loki is the villain, and I just liked him, I liked him a lot more in Thor. That's why he's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th favorite character. He really was much more of a badass in Thor. In this one, he really thinks he's invincible, but, honestly, he gets the shit kicked out of him twice. Even though he thinks he's amazing, so it's just kind of stupid as to his character. He got a little less. He got all this new power, and he's even stronger than he was in Thor. And he basically just gives it. He just doesn't give a crap and thinks he's invincible, and just gets the shit beaten out of him twice. One by his brother Thor, and the other one by the Hulk. He just gets destroyed. Next, my final one, my 9th favorite character would have to be, well, not favorite, but my 9th character in my order would have to be Thor. I like Thor as a character. I like the idea of having the demigod or god or whatever he is. And I really just think he's a very cool character. He's just not my favorite. He's a god. Everyone knows he's going to be powerful. He's basically almost invincible. He has his hammer. I like Chris Hemsworth as an actor, but really Thor just didn't seem to be an important role. In this movie, he comes in, he basically steals Loki from them, decides to help them, and then is just beating the crap out of everybody. When he pulls out his lightning at the end, he's just killing every single one of them. So I don't know, I mean he was very important obviously, but him and Captain America are just beating the crap out of everybody. Iron Man, him, all of them are just owning all of them. Now, Thor has a couple funny lines. He helps to protect Black Widow from the Hulk in the first Hulk out, and then he gets punched by Hulk in the end, and that's pretty funny. So that's about it, guys, for my favorite characters, and thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment on what you guys think. Leave me a comment on what you guys think of your order of favorite characters. The characters, again, as I said, in order are Hawkeye, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Coulson, Black Widow, Nick Fury, Loki, and then Thor. 1 through 9. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.